Hey guys, welcome to my kingdom. If you like my content, please consider supporting me. Link in the description below, guys.
In the shadows of prisons, on the front lines of battlefields, and in the heart of Turin's darkest siege, one figure moves with precision and silence. Her name is Madilim. Neither chosen by prophecy nor crowned as a queen, she is the unexpected warrior whose blades cut open cages, whose judgment shapes strategy, and whose presence holds the fragile line between survival and ruin. In this episode of Fedrick Fantasy Kingdom, we trace the path of Madilim, from her first enigmatic appearance to her role as a decisive hand in the war against the Dark Order. Madilim first appears in Hilgarth's dungeons, where Fedrick and Flared await their fate. Cloaked in shadows, her arms transform into mantis-like blades that slice through the roots of the prison. When she removes her hood, she reveals the green flame markings across her skin, signs of a deeper nature-bound power. She wastes no time. With sharp movements she frees the captives, retrieves the magic jar once stolen by Hilgarth, and opens a hidden tunnel for their escape. Her tone is curt, her rejection of polite thanks almost cold. This is a fighter defined not by sentiment, but by results. Her journey with the group quickly reveals another side of her. When Flared argues that the enslaved Torini should be treated as enemies, Madilim refuses. She cannot accept cruelty as strategy, not when those soldiers are themselves victims twisted into weapons. She is pragmatic, yes, but she draws a line. In a saga where darkness often demands compromise, her stance becomes a rare moral compass in the heat of war. Madilim's sharpest contribution comes during the battle against Zakro, the tyrant of Turin. As the colossal being summons shadows to engulf the forest, she studies the terrain and sees opportunity where others see only chaos. She notices the rubber trees, their roots stretching with a natural elasticity. With Fedrick by her side, she turns the forest itself into a weapon. At her command, Fedrick is launched like a living spear, clad in the Lijo's armor and wielding the divine lance. The strike pierces Zakro's heart, shattering both his form and the barrier that enslaved Turin. Fedrick delivers the blow, but Madilim creates the moment. Without her plan, there would have been no victory. When the group enters Turin, Madilim shifts her role from strategist to protector. In the highest tower she stands beside Isabel, pouring the sacred water of the jar to cleanse her bonds. She remains steadfast as Radamancio duels Mado in the skies and Fedrick descends into the pyramid to claim the legendary sword. Around her, the city burns with black electricity, but she holds her post. Her vigilance ensures that Isabel remains alive and guarded in the heart of the storm. Madilim's path is not free of suffering. Raour, father of Flared and servant of darkness, breaks through the tower's defenses and drags her violently into the battlefield. She resists with her blade arms, but is thrown against the stone and forced into the chaos of the streets. Even in capture, she does not yield. She fights, recovers, and endures. In that moment she embodies the reality of war. Not every hero shines in triumph. Some endure in silence, holding ground against overwhelming force. Through every trial, Madilim remains a voice of clarity. She does not seek glory. She does not proclaim destiny. When the war escalates and the dark forces of the Dark Master spread their roots across the world, her words cut sharper than her blades. A plea, a command, a call to action. Fedrick, I beg you, defeat the Dark Master. Her presence becomes not only tactical, but moral. She is the steady ground beneath the chaos, the reminder that even in despair, someone must keep the path clear. Madilim is not a character of long speeches or grand gestures. Her silence is deliberate, not emptiness but discipline. She observes before acting, weighs before striking. To her, words are as sharp as blades, to be used only when they have purpose. This restraint gives her an aura of mystery, but also authority. Companions learn to listen when she finally speaks, because every word carries the weight of judgment, strategy, or truth. Though her arms can become blades, Madilim is not defined only by violence. Her greatest strength lies in balance, the ability to wield lethality without surrendering to cruelty. She heals with sacred water as readily as she strikes with mantis claws, proving that compassion and combat are not contradictions, but tools guided by the same will. Survival with dignity. In her, the group finds not just a warrior, but someone who insists that victory without humanity is no victory at all. Madilim's journey is a constant negotiation between necessity and conscience. She knows when to sacrifice mercy for survival, but never abandons her inner compass. Unlike many heroes driven by destiny or vengeance, Madilim's actions are always chosen, deliberate steps taken in full awareness of consequence. This makes her story not one of fate, but of responsibility. In her hands, power is never casual. It is burden, it is duty, and it is a fire she carries without complaint. Madilim's legacy is not of crowns or prophecy. It is written in the shadows of prisons broken open, in the silence of towers guarded, and in the plans that transformed forests into weapons. She is the blade of green flames, precise and unrelenting, the ally who makes victories possible when hope itself seems lost. But what does her story truly tell us? Is Madilim simply an operative in a greater game, a piece moved by gods and tyrants? Or is she proof that in wars of destiny, the smallest figures can shift the fate of worlds? Welcome back to Fedrick Fantasy Kingdom.
Fedrick.